ASMR, and it's good to see you. In my last video, I mentioned the possibility of doing a hair cutting video. Ta-da! I'm a man of my word. I have been cutting my own hair for about 4 years now. 4 or 5, I can't remember. But basically, I went to the hairdressers the last time I went to like a proper hair salon. I wanted to get my hair cut up to my chin. I think at the time it was probably like mid-neck. And so I wanted to get it cut up to here. They cut it up to here, lopsided. So it literally looked like this. And then I had to pay for it. I had to go up to the front and be like, here's my money. Thank you for messing up my hair and my self-esteem. Appreciate it. And after that, I was like, if I'm going to mess up my hair, I want to do it myself. You know, I don't want to pay however much money for someone else to do it when I can mess up my own hair just fine. So that's what I did. I like to think I've gotten better. People, anytime I tell them I cut my own hair, they seem surprised. So I call that a win. But that's my story. That's what, and that's brings us to this day, etc. So the plan for today, my hair is a little dirty today. Not dirty, but it's a little greasy because it was very, very humid outside, and that makes my hair just produce more oil than I've ever seen in my life. But the plan for today is to cut my bangs about up to my eyebrows again. And then I need to chop about maybe this much up the back, I think. And then the front, I never have a plan for the top part. I just kind of trim it so that it is a little shorter and flows with the bangs into the back of my hair. So that's that. We're just gonna do it, because if I sit and think about it for too long, it's not gonna get done. I have a trash can in front of me, and that's it. I always have to vacuum pretty much I have to vacuum right after I cut my hair, and then I have to, the reason I do it while my hair is dirty is because A, it's a little easier to work with because it's not soaking wet. I don't like to cut my hair soaking wet because I don't know how it's gonna look when it's dry, and I'm not a good enough hairdresser to do that. So yeah, and then I always have to shower right after and see if it actually looks like I want it to, and if it doesn't, I will just trim it as I see fit, I guess. I have a specific playlist on Spotify. It's Riot Girl style music. You know Riot Girl music. It's very good. It makes me feel like I'm cutting my hair out of rebellion, I guess. It makes me feel like I'm chopping off my hair to reject the societal ideals of femininity, and not just because it's too long and I don't like it. If y'all know how to cut hair, please don't. These are safety scissors. They're not hairdressing scissors. I am not a hairdresser. And as a disclaimer, don't go cut your own hair. Anyway, if you're a hairdresser, just don't talk to me about my technique. There's no technique. I can't even see. I'm literally like looking off to the distance and just like chopping off where my fingers are. I usually start off with chopping off like not massive chunks, but like chunks of hair, and then I'll go up like this and kind of layer it like that. Or maybe maybe I don't, or maybe I just do it wrong. Typically I'll do it in the bathroom so that I can just kind of wipe off the counters or, sweep the floor, but I didn't feel like doing that today, so I'm just doing it on carpet flooring, which is not great, but like I said, I'll vacuum, it'll be fine. My hair's always grown really, really fast for no reason. I don't do anything special to it. I don't take any like biotin, gummies or whatever. I used to. My mom used to keep biotin gummies in the house, and I was young and I thought they tasted really good, so I would just eat them. I would literally just eat these biotin gummies. I don't think they did anything, I didn't notice any significant change in hair growth or like the strength of my nails or whatever, because I think that's what biotin touts itself as. It presents itself like a vitamin that helps hair and nail growth. I didn't see anything like that. This is the tough part. The worst part about cutting your own hair is having to get in the back. I always have to take a video whenever I'm done of like a 360 video, front side, back side, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Freedom. I can already feel the wind on the back of my neck. No, I can't. I'm being dramatic. So, check-in. Obviously, this is a little bit shorter than this side, but my hair also does this thing where this side flips up and out, and this side's going straight down. So I have to kind of factor that in as I'm chopping. So I don't want to cut them evenly, and then one of them goes up and it's lopsided again. Then I'd be judging that hairdresser from my youth for nothing. I'm sure everyone's like, oh my god, you're destroying your hair, you're cutting it so wrong. Correct. Half my family just came in the house and my dog started barking, so I've chopped stuff and you haven't seen it because everyone was yelling. Or the dogs were barking. But I think it's noticeably shorter now, which is nice. As soon as, every single time without fail, I absolutely despise my hair. I think it's like a universal experience of the minute you change something, you're like, oh my gosh, that was an awful decision. I look terrible. I hate my life. This sucks, I cut my hair pretty much the same way every time. Obviously with a little bit of leeway because I never have a plan, but I know what I want. I do the same kind of high-low mullet thing every time. But it's still I finish and I'm like, this is disgusting. I should have just left it long. I looked better like that. I didn't look better like that. When my hair gets too long, it gets shaggy almost, and it looks like it looks very unkempt majority of the time. down my bangs so that I can get to the majority of the top part. I've done a little bit of trimming already up there, but not much. So I put that up. I pull down what I want to consider my bangs, because sometimes the line is very, very thin. I don't know if that's the phrase. I do this thing where I mix up my phrases, you know, like we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. That's a smashing together of two different phrases. What will cross that bridge when we get to it, and something else. I can't remember what the other one is, but my brain does that all the time. I can never keep all of those idioms straight, ever. Anyway, I may look a little bit dumb doing this, a little bit silly, because what I do is I literally, these pieces are supposed to stay longer, so I tuck them over here. These pieces are all kind of supposed to be the same length, so I pull them down in front and I go like this. If I look too silly, I'll just cut it out. I love editing, it's great. Alright, not quite short enough. A little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. And then with the outer pieces, I just kind of go like that. I start up top and cut down so that it follows the line of the bangs. And it kind of fades out from short to long. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. This side, I don't know why, but ever since I cut my bangs back in sophomore year, this side has always been thinner than this side. I don't know why. Doesn't matter what I do to it. Doesn't change anything. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't want it to be perfect. I usually like it to have a little bit of choppiness to it. Maybe it just looks bad. Who knows? Not me. I never pass judgment until after I have showered, because it's not going to look like this when on a normal day-to-day basis. I never realized how long my hair's gotten until I try to cut it, and it just seems to never get shorter. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know how many of y'all actually cut your own hair. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. This is not encouraging you to cut your own hair. I am a qualified unprofessional. I feel like, don't itch your face with open scissors. I have at this point cut my hair so much that it's kind of muscle memory to a degree. Like, I've just been like staring off in the distance and cutting off pieces. But I think it's the same thing that allows me to do my makeup in the car. Because I've been doing my makeup for however long now, and I am actually pretty skilled at doing mascara without seeing my eyeballs. Because I know where all my features are. I know where everything is supposed to go. So, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the thing. Who knows? Like I said, maybe it's gonna look awful, but as is my philosophy with everything, hair grows out. My philosophy for everything is hair grows out. I will not be elaborating. Don't ask me. I won't. This was probably a mistake. I'm just noticing it now, but I think the lighting has shifted quite a bit. I decided to film in like the hour before the sun fully sets. So the lighting's fine, but I think it's gotten a lot grayer since I started, so fix it in editing. It's my other motto. Hair grows back and I'll fix it in post. I finally mostly recovered from my allergy attack last week. If you saw my last video, I sounded terrible. And I've been feeling pretty much the same for about a week now. And it's finally getting better. I've only blown my nose like 3 times today. Allergy season is just crazy, you know. Spring is here, etc., etc. So is pollen and cedar. Well, actually, I don't think it's cedar season right now. I think cedar season was a while ago. But cedar's not the problem, pollen is. I am going to, pun intended, cut myself off. You can always cut more off, you can't cut less off. So I'm going to stop here and go take a shower and see kind of how everything actually, one second. Okay, I'm going to cut myself off and we'll come back to it. I think we'll see. I'm gonna go look at it in better lighting and kind of see how it turns out. Thank you for hanging out with me a little bit tonight, watching me make a bad decision, potential bad decision in real time. I mean, if I'm wearing a wig in the next video, you'll know it didn't turn out. But I think I am finally out of daylight. Any worthwhile daylight anyway. So thank you so much for hanging out, spending some time with me.